Hello, I'm back again. Uh, yeah, I'll talk about why I was gone and what's up with the Browns today. So, yeah, hold on, I don't have my music. I'm completely whoopsie. Anyway, hello. Let me play my music now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Browns Breakdowns. Today, I will be talking about the Browns. But in all seriousness, I'm just going to be talking about like what's been going on, how they've been doing, stuff like that. I can't find my normal music. It's gone for some reason. I must have been clearing it out because I only have an intro and an outro. Um, Weird. I don't have any music, so I guess no. Oh, there it is. Found it. All right. Well. All right. So basically, I got sick again. Yes, I'm still a little bit sick, but that's why I didn't record last week. I got sick. I'm sorry. I'm constantly getting sick. It's really starting to annoy me, but I'm back. I'm back ready to try, hopefully, to do some Browns stuff. So I have a mock draft. That's what I was originally going to do. It's a smaller mock draft. Let's see if I can find where it is. Just can't find it, but there we go. So basically, it was no trades, no stuff like that. I didn't do any trades. I just did completely, just no trades, just nothing like that, just to kind of make it more quote realistic. I don't know. It's not really that realistic. It's not really not that realistic. But let me see if but so first pick, we picked Chris Jenkins, D tackle out of Michigan, at 54. That was the first pick we had. And then pick 85. Chris Jenkins isn't bad, by the way. I do like Jenkins. I think he is a very solid player, and I think he can definitely play very well. And I think he's a very good player, and I think he's a good D tackle. And D tackle, again, is one of the points on the team that is important because we haven't had very good tackles. We've had decent tackles, they just haven't performed very well. And so D tackle is still one of the important pieces. And so he is our first pick at 54. Now at 85, I actually have the Browns taking T'Vondre Sweat, which I think is pretty shocking because T'Vondre Sweat was one of the people I was like, he's not even making out of the second round, in my opinion. But T'Vondre Sweat managed to fall in this draft, which I consider pretty shocking, in my opinion. I didn't think he would. T'Vondre Sweat is great. He's just a super good player. I mean, I couldn't believe it, honestly. I was pretty shocked that he managed to fall that far. But I love him. I think he's a great player. And I think if the Browns are able to get their hands on on him, it will be a... I'm still battling my sickness, but I think if the Browns can get their hands on T'Vondre Sweat, they have a really good player. I think he's a great player. I don't underestimate him. I think he's a very good player. Is my music playing? It is there. Let me turn that up. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. I couldn't hear it. I didn't know if it was on or not. It is. Oh, I don't have my banner up. Hold on. Boop. Anyway, that was the first two picks. Pretty good in my opinion. I really think those were some very good picks. I think possibly if we might have been able to get some other ones, but the third pick we managed to get Cedric Johnson, edge out of Ole Miss. Cedric he's okay, right? Like he's not anything insane. He's a decent player. I think I scouted him. Maybe I didn't. Hold on. Yeah, T'Vondre Sweat was my favorite player, by the way. I guess maybe I didn't. It's okay. I looked him up after I did the draft. He is a pretty good player. He's not insane. He's not great. He's not bad. He's just a okay player. And so I I do think, though, that he can be a good player for the Browns. Now, we've only gone defense the first 3 picks. I think that is kind of I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Browns are going to draft a tackle in either the second or the third rounds. I don't know if it will be the second or third. It might be the first, or it has to be the third or fourth. They might go in the second, they might not, but I feel like the Browns are going to take a offensive tackle in the first few rounds. I just didn't because there were some players that I liked that fell. But here's where the Browns take a offensive tackle. There aren't very many good ones left, but they end up taking Nathan Thomas, offensive tackle out of Louisiana. He is pretty good. He has some flaws, but he is not a bad player, and I think he's definitely someone to look at for the Browns. And then with the 227th pick, it's weird only having 6 picks because we traded a few away for the guy. I can't remember his name for some reason. I can't remember. And then with the 227th pick, we took Josh Cephas, wide receiver out of UTSA. He's okay. I didn't really scout him very much because it was the end of the draft. And then finally, the Browns take DeCameron Richardson, cornerback out of Mississippi State. So, in my opinion, it was an okay draft. T'Vondre Sweat really, though, is the kicker. I think T'Vondre Sweat is probably one of the best defensive players on this draft, in my opinion. I think he's one of the best players this draft on the defensive side of the ball. He is strong, quick. He understands how to play. He's just a good player, he's just good. And so I think T'Vondre Sweat is going to be if the Browns are able to get him in the second round, that's great. But if they can get him in the third round, just look for T'Vondre Sweat, all right? Day 1, day 2, pay attention to T'Vondre Sweat and where he goes. Because if he is able to last to the Browns, I think that'll be a huge, huge bonus. Oh, man. This episode's only 10 minutes, so I forgot to do the ads. So hold on. We'll be right back after we play some ads. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to my podcast, Browns Breakdowns. Proud partners of Fanatical L's Network, Fans First Sports Network. So I'm only doing 10 minutes, one, so I don't strain my throat because it still hurts a little bit, and I still am a little sick. And 2, just there's a whole lot to talk about. But that was the mock draft. I think it was pretty good. I do think that is a good draft. I think it could have probably been better, but that is still a good draft. Now, there were a few different types of little trades, little free agency signings. A lot of stuff like the stadium has been going around with the like a $2 billion Browns stadium and a whole lot of different stadium things. And then we traded away Leroy Watson to Tennessee and got a 7th round pick. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't really matter because the 7th is a pretty mediocre, is the worst pick, but whatever. Watson was fine. He wasn't great. I don't think he ever started, but he's not really a player that anyone has heard of. I've never heard of him, but hey, 7th round pick, so cool, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. I'm sorry I don't have a longer episode. It's just I'm sick. I'm trying not to hurt my throat still. There's literally nothing to talk about at this point in time that's actually important. We got the draft in a few days though, so I will make a draft recap episode on the 20th or the 21st. When is the draft? Because I don't want to let's see. When is the draft? Oh, never mind. I won't do a draft recap on the 25th. I won't do anything on the 20th. I won't do anything on the 20th because I just don't have anything to talk about. But then the 28th. So Sunday, April 28th, I will be recording an episode. That's when I will do my draft recap. So yeah, I don't have much more to say. Let me pull up my goodbye banner. But I love you all, and I will talk to you guys after the draft. So go Browns. Love you all. Peace.